How to remove a stripped oil drain plug. When completing a routine oil change, nothing is worse than stripping the oil drain plug. When this occurs, you might find yourself confused and uncertain about how to remove a stripped oil drain plug. It is simple to remove the oil drain plug and patch the oil pan hole if you have the correct equipment. When there is a problem, it can be simple to simply take the vehicle to an automotive technician, but it is far cheaper and more convenient to perform some simple repairs yourself. What does the term stripped mean with an oil drain plug and hole? With the oil drain plug and hole, the term stripped can be used to describe two different situations. The idea is the same even though they take place in various places. The drain plug is considered stripped if its threads sustain damage. It can be difficult to replace the oil because it becomes impossible to tighten the oil drain plug into the hole. The threads in the oil pan drain hole can be stripped, and that is another use for the term. When this occurs, it is unable to properly torque the drain plug after an oil change. Oil will seep through the plug if it is not properly torqued. As the oil level continues to fall, failure to address this issue could result in engine damage. What is the purpose of an oil drain plug? This part of the car serves a crucial purpose but is often neglected. As a result, people rarely recognize the value of the oil drain plug. The oil drain plug, which is normally found at the bottom of the engine oil pan, is in charge of enabling the engine to be drained of used motor oil after an oil change. Oil spills out of the pan and into a collection container when the plug is pulled out. Regular oil changes are essential to preserving the health and performance of your engine. The oil drain plug is essential to this procedure because it offers a practical and dependable way to drain the old oil and add new oil. Where to look for an oil drain plug? A car's oil drain plug is often easy to find. This is because it typically is located in the bottom of the oil pan, which is fastened to the engine's bottom, in vehicles. As a side note, you should regularly check the oil level in your car. Since the plug isn't usually on the bottom side, you should check the side because that's where it will typically be. In this location, it is better guarded against harm from rubbing against a pothole or even driving over a speed bump. Finding the drain stopper is one thing, but getting there is another. Plugs may have to be accessed with special tools since they are close to the engine or the chassis. What causes a stripped oil drain plug? Several things can cause a stripped oil drain plug, including 1. Over-tightening. The threads of the oil drain plug may become damaged or stripped if they are tightened more than the specified torque specification. 2. Cross-threading. Cross-threading happens when, during installation, the oil drain plug is not properly positioned relative to the oil pan threads. 2. When the plug is tightened, this could result in the threads being stripped or damaged. 3. Improper tool usage. The threads may be damaged and stripped if an improperly sized or typed tool is used to remove or tighten the oil drain stopper. 4. Wear and tear. As a result of repeated use, the threads on the oil drain plug or oil pan may eventually become worn out or damaged, resulting in stripped threads. It's critical to follow the instructions when installing and removing the oil drain plug in order to protect the threads and prevent stripped oil drain plugs. To avoid leaks and guarantee proper engine operation, the oil drain plug may need to be changed or fixed by a qualified mechanic if it becomes stripped. So, let's learn how to remove a stripped oil drain plug. How to remove a stripped oil drain plug. Get a replacement, new, drain plug. It's usually more beneficial to make sure you have the tools and equipment you need to complete the job before you start. A new drain plug is one thing you ought to have on hand. You ought to put in the replacement plug immediately after removing the damaged one. If not, you must leave the hole open while you go get the plug. Make use of vice grip pliers. To grab the rounded off drain stopper, use a set of vice grip pliers. We recommend using the round jaw kind. If you choose the flat jaw style, it could be difficult to lock around the bolt. You won't be able to take it off unless you latch onto it. Turn the pliers in a counterclockwise direction, to the left, as soon as you get a good grip on the drain plug. You might be able to slightly release the pin. If you are unable to move it at all, lightly hit a hammer on the vice grips. It will start turning if you have a little patience. You might have to exert much more effort if the oil pan threads are broken or the plug is cross-threaded. By further stripping the head, the vice grips may cause additional issues. It might be preferable to utilize a socket in this situation. Unscrew it. You should wait until the plug has been loosened before attempting to remove it. Some individuals try to pry it out with a flathead screwdriver, but this is a bad idea. Your oil pan might quickly sustain damage from the screwdriver, which is irreparable. If you damage the oil pan, the repair will be substantially more expensive.